couple of years, which trip or story that you covered has had the biggest impact on your life?
I think that is, it gets me to thinking. I've been very, very lucky the way my life has turned out. I've been very lucky to have survived a few things that I've been involved in. At a reception a few minutes ago, I was remembering something I tend to forget, the war with Hezbollah in Israel a few years back, where there were Katyusha rockets passing just underneath the helicopter I was riding in. A few years before that, you go back to Iraq, and I looked down the tube of an RPG that had been fired at us, and it hit the chopper in front of ours.
All right, folks, look, I don't know what to say. Welcome to the Steve Malzberg Show. That I do know to say. It's a Monday. We have a lot on tap for you. But, the Brian Williams saga, tomorrow, I'm gonna let you see something which I found very disturbing. Joe Scarborough, the way I interpreted it, threatening the media to lay off Brian Williams because he knows things. I don't see any other way to interpret it except that. Yeah, but that's for tomorrow. Brian Williams, apparently a good friend. They live near each other, him and Joe Scarborough. So we made a mistake, says Scarborough. Big mistakes. Yeah, several big. And they weren't mistakes. They were lies. There's a difference between making a mistake and a lie. And a conservative would know the difference between a mistake made several times for several different issues, such as Brian Williams, and a lie made several different times affecting several different issues. But, what could I tell you? But, now it's the Middle East helicopter he was on, which has been disproven apparently. It's Katrina, where he saw bodies floating by, and he had to be rescued from a staircase because gangs were breaking into his hotel. I mean, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And unfortunately for Brian Williams, this guy has to be believable to succeed in his career, in his position. Now, we will talk about this with Sharyl Attkisson, but I brought it up days ago. How does Hillary Clinton overcome this if Brian Williams goes away? Now, she became Secretary of State having lied about facing sniper fire, running from sniper fire, her and her daughter in Bosnia when they landed there. No greeting line. It was a very dangerous situation. Lie, 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 lie. But she became Secretary of State. But that's not a voted on position. If Brian Williams goes because he lied about this, should we have a president who lies about similar things? I don't think so. Hillary's going to have a lot to answer for because this is going to come up again. And she wasn't just saying this. She said that's what happened. She was definitive about it. As you'll hear, we played it already. You'll hear it again. All right. A lot of other things going on here, ladies and gentlemen. One reason why I don't put any stock at all, my opinion, of the Southern Poverty Law Center is because they're nothing but a bunch of political hacks, in my opinion. They have put Ben Carson on their extremist watch list. Let me say that again. The Southern Poverty Law Center, which labels hate groups on people and organizations and racists and this, Ben Carson is now on their extremist watch list. You want to know why? Let's go to 69. Can we put up 69? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Carson, at a October 13, 2013 speech to the Values Voters Summit, said Obamacare is the worst thing that's happened to this nation since slavery. And he said if we could redefine marriage as between two men or two women or any other way based on social pressures as opposed to being between a man and a woman, we will continue to redefine it in any way that we wish, which is a slippery slope and a disastrous ending, as witnessed in the dramatic fall of the Roman Empire. So that puts him on the Southern Poverty Law Center's extremist watch list. How dare you people? How dare you? But it just proves what a joke you have become. All right, we said that. Now, I want you to hear somebody who's no joke, somebody who I wanted to play this for you. This is 37. Tom Cotton, newly elected Senator Tom Cotton. Watch.
Islamic terrorists don't need an excuse to attack the United States. They don't attack us for what they do. They attack us for who we are. It is not a decision. It is a political decision based on a promise the president made on his campaign. To say that it is a security decision based on propaganda value that our enemies get from it is a pretext to justify a political decision. In my opinion, the only problem with Guantanamo Bay is there are too many empty beds and cells there right now. We should be sending more terrorists there for further interrogation to keep this country safe. As far as I'm concerned, every last one of them can rot in hell. But as long as they don't do that, then they can rot in Guantanamo Bay.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for this man who served his country. Good for him. In your face, Mr. President, with all due respect. In your face. Brian Williams has given an interview to Stars and Stripes. Don't know what's in it yet. As we find out, we will tell you. So stay tuned right here. Paul Vallely is next. Don't go away.